Have you ever wondered what really happens behind the glittering red carpets of celebrity life? Who pulls the strings when a high-profile relationship ends? And why do some breakups shock the world while others quietly fade away? Today, on Magazine News and Gossip, we dive into one of the most talked-about celebrity dramas of the year, the shocking breakup of Yaman and Sarah Bluma. What went wrong between these two stars? Who might have influenced the dramatic end of their love story? And most importantly, will they ever get back together? Stay tuned, because this story is filled with secrets, heartbreak, and explosive revelations. It all reportedly started with a heated argument in Rome. Sources claim that instead of resolving their issues over dinner, tempers flared and emotions boiled over. Yaman abruptly stood up from the table, leaving tensions unresolved. Some whispers suggest that a mysterious third party may have played a role in their breakup. Who was this person? And what exactly happened that night? The gossip world has been debating these questions relentlessly. But the real shock came after the decision to split. Rumors surfaced that Yaman personally flew Sarah Bluma from Italy to Turkey, had a private and intense conversation, and then made it clear that their relationship was over. Reportedly, he bought her a return ticket and sent her back to Rome. Friends close to Jan insist this wasn't a sudden decision. He had been contemplating returning to his previous life for some time. One scandal-driven source claimed Jan was exhausted by the crowd, the pressures of social media, and the tension in their relationship. He knew he had hurt Sarah, but he also knew he couldn't continue like this. That's why he wanted a face-to-face conversation. That's when the images that shook the celebrity world surfaced. Photographers captured Sarah Bluma at Istanbul airport, wrapped in a black coat, head bowed, clutching her passport. She stopped every few steps to wipe away tears. Eyewitnesses revealed she was alone, constantly wiping her eyes. She looked at her phone, then covered her face. She was devastated. The goodbyes were clearly very hard. As these photos circulated, fans and media eagerly awaited Yaman's response. But true to his style, he stayed silent. Some interpreted his silence as a way to maintain composure, while others saw it as simmering anger. Insider reports revealed that Jan didn't speak to anyone in the days following the breakup, throwing himself entirely into his work. A close source explained, Jan doesn't speak, but his silence says everything. When he's silent, it's because he's going through a deeply emotional time. Of course, gossip erupted over classic celebrity questions. Does this breakup involve Demet Özdemir? This claim, entirely unfounded, sparked fiery debates on social media. Some argued Demet's name was thrown in for no reason, while others speculated that past relationships might have complicated Sarah's feelings. Although these remain unverified rumors, they dominated the media cycle for days. A few days after the airport photos went viral, Sarah Bluma shared an ambiguous post on social media. Her words were brief, yet powerful. Sometimes, when your heart is broken, silence is all you can give. Millions of eyes read her post, and comment sections exploded. Some supported Sarah. Others questioned the reasons behind the breakup, but everyone was talking. For the first time after the split, someone close to Jan gave insight into the challenges the couple faced from the beginning. 2 different lifestyles, 2 countries, 2 careers. This relationship was never meant to last. They tried, but when it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Back in Rome, Sarah reportedly spent time with her family to recover from the emotional turmoil. Despite the heartbreak, she repeatedly said, "It all ended so quickly." Sources indicate that Sarah plans to limit her social media activity for a while, focusing on herself and her well-being. Meanwhile, Jan is said to be pouring all his energy into his career. Close friends claim he has told them, "I need to put my life in order." This statement is being interpreted as a clear sign that the breakup is final. But fans can't stop asking, is there any chance of reconciliation? Celebrity analysts are almost unanimous this possibility is slim. The breakup isn't just emotional, it's rooted in irreconcilable differences. One commentator summed it up perfectly. Sarah is very emotional, Jan is very controlled. They couldn't find common ground. Reconciliation is highly unlikely. The saga of Jan Yaman and Sarah Bluma has ignited conversations, speculation, and endless debate. Their breakup made as much noise as their relationship, proving once again that in the world of fame, love and heartbreak are never private. Here on Magazine News and Gossip, we'll continue to track every development, every social media post, and every hint of drama from both stars. Will Jan Yaman ever speak out? Will Sarah Bluma return with a new statement? These are questions fans around the world are desperate to know. And as always, the story is far from over. Before we wrap up, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Magazine News and Gossip. Join our community and stay ahead of every celebrity twist, scandal, and revelation. Your support helps us bring these stories to life. And trust us, the next chapter in Jan Yaman and Sarah Bluma's saga might be just around the corner. So, what do you think? Did Jan do the right thing? Could Sarah have handled it differently? And most importantly, do you believe in love in the limelight, or is it always destined to crash under the pressure of fame? Comment below. We want to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned, stay curious, and remember, nothing in the celebrity world is ever just black and white.